Hi, I'm Dave, Accessrock. We are at Metaltown Day 2 and I get to talk to All That Remains. You just did a show today?
Yes, indeed.
And it was pretty decent, you said?
Excellent.
Good crowd, Swedish people like you?
Yes, I love it here in Sweden.
Yes.
Seems like a good place for us.
You released your record, A War You Can't Win, in November last year.
That's correct.
And you've been out touring kind of since then?
I would say, yeah, pretty much intermittently throughout, on and off.
How's that record been received from your fans?
It's been received quite well.
Quite well?
Yeah. You gain new fans who like the newer stuff, and you have the older fans who like the older stuff, but they all come. We play, a cross section of all our, albums.
Okay.
So it's good because we always keep changing a bit as a band, and the fans that continue with us, they understand that, and the new fans that we get are always, we'll go back to our back catalog and be like, oh, okay, cool. That's a really good experience.
Cool.
Yeah.
Because everybody gets older, so.
Everybody gets older, and everybody. The thing is, this is my theory on why we change our sound a bit every album, is because when you go out on tour with an album for, let's say, a year and a half, you're going to get tired of playing the same things every night. So you're going to want to have to do something different. And if you do the same thing, you're stagnating, and your sound is going to be disingenuous. So it's really better just to say, okay, I want to try this type of thing on the next album just to see what will happen. And it makes us happy as musicians, and so that's why every album is a little bit different. And I think that that's going to continue to be our hallmark as a band.
Yeah, okay. Do you all participate in writing music?
Excuse me?
Do you all participate in writing music?
Yeah, I'm the main songwriter as far as I'll come to the table with the bulk of the material, and then I'll kind of hash through it as a band. Phil does all the lyric writing, and other people of course compose as well, but it's everything's kind of brought to the table and arranged, and then it's all that remains.
Okay, because he is kind of politically involved.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever feel like he is saying something with the band that the rest of you cannot really stand by?
We try not to debate too much on politics, because we are, as a band, we all think, different things. We're independent thinkers. And I respect the fact that he has an opinion about something, and he researches and does his homework, and he knows his facts on things. So I tend to lean libertarian myself. So a lot of times I'm like, okay, that's cool. Other times I'm like, okay, maybe that's a little bit. But that's who he is. And if you are not allowed to be who you are, then why bother? You know what I mean? Why should you hold back and be meek when you can express yourself? That's what being an artist is.
You've been playing a few festivals here in Europe. So which one has been the best?
I'd say it's a tie between Metaltown here and Grasspop in Belgium.
Very cool.
Yes.
Grasspop is bigger.
Grasspop is bigger, so I guess you still win.
Oh, of course, Metaltown.
There you go, Metaltown.
Yeah, but Sweden love metal, so.
Yes, I love Sweden.
If you had to choose your own shows or the festival shows?
I would usually always say festival, because you get in front of more people to hear your music. But I've grown some more appreciation for the club shows on this tour, because we did a couple, especially we did one in Hamburg, and it really brought me back to the feelings I had maybe 6, 7, 8 years ago, and it revitalized me a little bit musically, and hopefully I can carry that inspiration onto the next album.
Very cool. You are kind of personal on your Facebook, I saw. You post stuff yourselves and just kind of interact with fans.
Yeah, we all kind of post little things here and there. Phil is the most prolific poster on Facebook. I am probably the least prolific, but I try to get stuff up there once in a while. A lot of times I just prefer to talk to people in person, and that way you can have a conversation. When you're just posting stuff, it's cool if you have an idea or something you want to get out there, but sometimes it can be misconstrued. And I'm very careful when I post. I don't just post whatever comes to my head.
Okay. process of a new record started already?
I started writing riffs a couple days ago.
Okay. Do you all have kind of families to be away from on tour? Is it hard?
Yeah, I'm married. Phil is married. No one has any kids. And yeah, of course, it's hard to be away for a long period of time on both parties. But this is also my dream. So this is what I've always wanted to do. This is what I am doing, and I'm grateful to be doing it and want to continue doing it. So I always view things in the positive and don't try not to get so homesick that once I get towards the end of the tour, I start to be like, oh man, I'm kind of get that longing for home. But up until then, I try to really focus on really just going there and kicking ass.
But smartphones must have made this easier, right? When you
yeah. In the States, it's easy to stay in contact. Over here, I can get on Skype when I have internet, which is not very often. But as I said, it's you go over here, it's a different mindset. We want to really be on our game over here. And with everywhere, but over here because we don't go over here that often, so it's important to really.
How do you warm up? Do you warm up together? Do you?
Well, we all warm up individually. Some of us have different routines than others. I like to I work on each hand at a time. Left hand, right hand. I start with some legato technique. Just work on some basic chromatic stuff. Always to a metronome. Maybe I'll do some improv if I have time, and then I work on areas that I'm having trouble with in the set.
Okay.
So I don't know how technical you want information, but that's basically the crux of my day. Well, that's I spend hours a day practicing, so it's the majority of thought that goes into my day. I get up and have my coffee, and then I'll start playing, and then I'll go walk around, take breaks. You don't want to overdo it because you still your hands want to feel fresh when you go on stage. If you play for I've done it like 10 hours straight, and you go on stage, you've lost kind of your fire. At least I have. So yeah, I've done that. I sat there. I just said, okay, I just want to I want to continually improve as a guitar player and as a musician. That's my really only goal in life.
If you had to choose only one guitar to play for the rest of your life.
Only one guitar to play?
Did you make the choice?
Well, as far as actual physical guitar?
Yes.
Well, I love the guitar that I have now, but any guitar that is properly tweaked, I would have to have someone who can keep it in perfect running order, because I'm not so good on the technical end of it with doing my own setup and so forth. So, but I love my new Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's up, Metaltown? This is Oli from All That Remains, and you're watching Access Rock.